Hi, I'm Lindsay Guentzel, and I'm a food writer for Bring Me the News. Today I'm going to introduce you to one of my favorite recipes. They're my gluten-free banana pancakes. 9 months ago, I cut gluten out of my diet, and I'll be honest, one of the things that I missed the most was a good old pancake in the morning. So I developed this recipe, and one of the things that I love about it is I can make it on the weekends and just reheat it during the week when I'm crunched for time. So say, for example, you're going to make Sunday brunch for your family. Double up this recipe, make everything, and then throw the extras in the fridge. And then during the week, when you're crunched for time and you're a little extra stressed, just pull them out and reheat them. I love heating them in the toaster. It gives just an extra crisp around the edges. And everyone right now is just a little extra stressed out. And so if you can take a little time on the weekends and add in just a little bit of prep to help make those mornings during the week a little easier, go for it, right? So I got everything set up here ready to go. I've got my food processor. You can also use a blender, and if you're crunched, a hand mixer works just as well. You're just gonna wanna make sure that you spend a little extra time not only mashing up the bananas, but helping that oatmeal get crunched down into a finer flour. So I've got my 3 bananas in here ready to go. I'm gonna give my good old food processor a lock, make sure it's set in place. And then I've got my 3 cups of oatmeal. Oatmeal itself is gluten-free. The only issue you're gonna find is if you have a very, very severe allergy or sensitivity, you're gonna wanna buy oatmeal that comes from a facility where there's no cross-contamination. So keep in mind in that when you're in the aisle and you're checking the labels, is you're gonna wanna look for one that is fully gluten-free. And like I said, that's just making sure there's no cross-contamination from the factories. So I've got my bananas in there, my oatmeal. I'm just gonna use a 1.5 cups of water. Now, you can easily add milk into this recipe and substitute that for the water. It's a great option if you're hoping to add in some extra nutrients. Say you've got picky eaters at home and you need to squeeze in those vitamins wherever you can. Milk here is a really great option. Some cinnamon just to season it up. Think of it like you make your oatmeal in the morning. No one really loves plain oatmeal. The best part about oatmeal is all the stuff you get to put in it. Cinnamon right there is going to add some really lovely flavor. Then I'm gonna add a little vanilla. You can also use honey. It's a great option as well to kind of just sweeten it up a little bit. Then I've got some baking powder. That's gonna help make sure that our oatmeal pancakes rise up as we're making them. Finally, some eggs, 2 eggs there. What I love about this recipe is it kind of tastes just like banana bread pancakes. So if you love banana bread, maybe you've been making a bunch of it at home as you've been quarantined or staying home from work, this is another great option to use those bananas. Now, ripe bananas are obviously the best because they're gonna break down a little bit easier, but feel free to use whatever you have on hand. Like I said, just make sure that they're getting nice and mashed up or blended into that batter. All right, I've got my batter all set to go. Now let's just cook them up. So I've switched up appliances. I put away the food processor and I pulled out my electric griddle, and I'm gonna show you kind of how to get things started. Obviously, if you made pancakes before, you don't need a lesson, but with an electric griddle, you're gonna be looking for that medium heat. Now, medium heat's gonna be about 300. That's gonna help your pancakes cook really nicely. Of course, every device is gonna be different. If you're using your stovetop, you likely know what it kind of works at. So just be paying attention for that medium heat. Now, what I love about using the electric griddle is it brings me back to weekends at the cabin. You know, the one butt kitchens. I call them the one butt kitchens because they really only fit one butt. And so we would pull out the electric griddle in the mornings to get pancakes going because you could really just set it up anywhere in the cabin and someone could kind of take control. So what we're gonna be looking for is just a little bubbling coming through. That's gonna tell us when it's time to flip. And we want it to be evenly dispersed because that means that the edges are cooking and they're gonna get nice and crisp, and the inside is gonna be nice and balanced as well. So I think these bad boys are ready to flip. I'm just gonna give it a nice peek. Oh, perfection. Nice and golden brown, a little crispy on the outside. And these are the perfect size because these will fit right into your toaster. I love pulling them out, smearing them with a little peanut butter, maybe some homemade jam, whatever you've got on hand. They're just a really nice, easy recipe to make. Like I said, make them ahead of time and you can just reheat them in the morning. Perfection.